Hello everyone, I am Sudheer, your host from Sainik Setu. In today's session with Sainik, we have Shri Sudheer. Shri Sudheer is a retired petty officer from the Indian Navy and from the ASW department. Sir, I welcome you to this session.
Thank you.
Sir, can you introduce yourself and say a few words about your experiences?
Myself, Sudheer Pai, I am from Mangalore. I was born, raised, educated, and joined the Navy from Mangalore itself. And I joined Navy in 1989 and served in various naval ships and establishments, including the Record Office Bureau of Sailors. And I retired from Navy on 2004. And before that I did 2 years in Mangalore NCC, and I got a good opportunity to interact with the local people, and I was very happy about that. And after that I took a security officer's job at Wipro Technologies Bangalore for a few months, and after that I joined Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean Cruises.
Wonderful, sir.
Yeah, it was based in Miami, USA, and I've been around 67 countries
67 countries
in the world, cruising while doing my job. So I was very fortunate, and now I am retired from Royal Caribbean in 2021 and doing social service, and presently working as a treasurer in Dakshin Kannada Jilla Maji Sainikara Sangha, Mangaluru, and guiding and coaching students in the various colleges and schools for career guidance and motivating them to join defense forces.
Wonderful, sir. I'm getting this feeling that this session is going to be very different from the rest of the episodes that we have had. You being in the Navy, then joining a cruise liner, roaming about 67 countries, then now into social service. There is a lot of experience which is going to be shared from your side, sir. I'm pretty sure of that. Sir, you put in 15 years in the Indian Navy. And can you please throw some light on how your transition was, how your transition was from Indian Navy to civil life and then to a cruise liner, sir? How did that happen?
When I got retired from 2004, before that I planned that I will be retiring from Navy, and I should take a good guidance from those who retired and to decide what to follow. So I did all the STCW courses, which are required for basically merchant navy, cargo handling ships. But when I went into the industry, there was a big rush, and it was very few opportunities I had. So I thought of joining Lal Bahadur Shastri of Nautical Sciences in Mumbai to join as a navigating watchkeeping officer, and I couldn't succeed in that because of some reasons. And thereafter I came to know that there is an opportunity in cruise lines open for Indian Navy personnel in security field. So that's how I got into this Royal Caribbean. And before leaving the Navy, I was planning for my civil life. Then, as I said, I did so many courses. Then I got my seaman book, which is called CDC, Continuous Discharge Certificate, and I came out. So when I came out, I even tried. I didn't sit for a single day. I tried in civil field, various other fields, but the recruitment was at halt at that time.
Okay.
All the government jobs were at halt due to some government policy.
Okay.
And I thought I will have to look for a job, and I stepped into this cruise industry.
Sir, you mentioned about STCW and CDC. Many from the Navy would want to move to a cruise line or a merchant naval role. Can you please explain a bit more on these two subjects?
Retiring from the Navy, I get to know about this CDC, that is Continued Discharge Certificate, which is generally called as a Seaman Book.
Seaman Book.
That is a license to go on any cruise ship or any merchant ship in the world. You need to have a Seaman Book, and along before getting Seaman Book, you have to qualify for 5 STCW courses, Standard of Technical Training in Working on the Ship. So those 5 courses you need to qualify in order to apply for the seaman book. So to do those courses, we have various institutions in Mumbai, we have in Cochin, we have Chennai, we have Kolkata and Goa. Unfortunately, we don't have one in Mangalore right now. Earlier we had one, now it's closed. So you have to qualify in those 5 courses in order to get the seaman book. And after getting the seaman book, you have to undergo a certain certificate of competency. So to do that, you have to sail on the ship, and qualifying service is 9 months to 1 year.
1 year.
So after doing that, you will get a certificate of competency. Otherwise, you will have to go to Lal Bahadur Shastri Maritime College, which is there in Mumbai, and you have to get the navigating watchkeeping officer certificate for deck ratings, and for technical rating, they have technical courses for engineering as well as electrical officers.
Very interesting, sir. So nowadays, with this information, I think many of our audiences are clear that from the Navy, you directly cannot go and join a merchant Navy, but you should have some pre-qualifications.
Yes.
And CDC is that way through to getting that qualification. Suppose the Indian Navy, you mentioned that you joined Royal Caribbean. So how did you join Royal Caribbean, and what were the challenges that you faced through your journey when you joined Royal Caribbean, sir? Can you say something on that?
I joined Royal Caribbean in 2005, May 25th. And guess what? That is the day the great actor Sunil Dutt died, and the whole Mumbai was shocked.
Okay.
So there was a big traffic chaos all around, and I got a call a week before, and I have to start from Mangalore to Mumbai, and then I have to get a police clearance certificate. Everything was like rush. Okay, I got it, and I went up to Miami to join a ship called Sovereign of the Seas. When I step on the ship, I could see that I was the first Indian security person who is in that field. Earlier there were only Britishers were the bosses, Norwegians were the bosses, and Nepal, and some people from Philippines. So I was the first Indian, so it was a challenge. My boss was a English, and his accent was totally different. And those who were there could understand him barely. And I started looking at his lips, saying that what is he talking about? Because that was a challenge. We never met British throughout our service, and we never know.
Now
language was a challenge. So now being a Navy person, I had good knowledge about ships. That was not my concern. But the challenge with the different nationalities, diverse culture, and staying on a cruise ship is a different matter of fact. And there I studied that you need to adopt many things. It's a big challenge. So I started adopting things, and there was a challenge to share those adoption thing with other colleagues, because they need to adopt me as well. So the thing went on, and in my first contract, I was selected as a supervisor in the second contract. So it was a great time, and it was a big transition, which I can call it. And it was a great time I had, and I would like anybody joining the cruise ship to go in that way to get a good result for them.
Yes. So, but how did you actually get to know about that, sir?
Knowing the cruise ship, because after the Navy, I didn't know about cruise ships. I heard about it though, but there was no recruitment of Indian into that one. So I went to almost like more than 100 officers of cargo ships, oil tankers, everywhere. I didn't know how to approach them basically. So I was like a beginner, fresh candidate, went every offices, give my biodata, and there was no response. I almost gave up and coming back to my home. That is the time one guy in the Naval Institute, which we call it Sagar. I met someone, he said, why don't you join cruise ship?
So things happen at Sagar, sir.
Sagar. Everything started in Sagar and ended up in Sagar as well. So he said, cruise ship. I said, does they take us? He said, yes, in security field they started taking. in so many companies, he said. Carnival Cruises was the company who used to have so many cruise ships. It's a big umbrella of cruise company. So I went to Carnival Cruise Line office and they said, you don't have experience. Then I said, okay, you need to take me in order to get experience. How could I take experience? Then they said, okay, now we don't have vacancy, so you just stay there. Then suddenly I got a call from Varun Shipping, which is catering for Holland America Cruise Lines. So they called me and there was a test called Marlin test.
Okay, what's that?
Basically, it's about interacting the people from other countries.
Okay.
So it's a different kind of accent.
Okay.
And that Marlin test is very famous nowadays. Everybody knows about it because of the BPOs.
Okay. Okay.
So I passed the Marlin test with a 92% and I was selected and I was given US visa and everything happened. And guess what? The company lost the agency
Oh.
to the Holland America Cruise Line.
Oh.
Now I am again
Back to.
set back to basics, applying all the companies, and I happened to go to Hiren International, who was newly recruited as a agent for Royal Caribbean. So he saw my US visa that I got a 5-year valid US visa. So I said, how did you got the visa? I said, I got it just like that. Then he said, okay, are you ready to join? I said, yeah, I'm ready to join. That's how I got into the cruise line.
Okay. So for somebody who's in the Navy and who's wanting to transition into a cruise line, you would say first get the CDC is required,
Yes,
and
CDC is mandatory.
then this route he has to
Yes,
take it.
yes.
But one should also be aware about fake agents also, I believe, sir.
Yes, there
You
are
must
lot
caution
many
our-
of them. So you have to be very careful while applying. You have to check whether it is correct agent or not, because it's very hard. But at the same time, now the technology has improved. Unlike before, you can check it in Google and various other sources, social platform. And if you happen to meet someone who is trying to cheat you, so you will be alarmed by social media. So anyway, it's not that difficult nowadays, unlike me when I had that situation.
Got it, sir. Yes. Sir, in your experience while you were in the Caribbean cruises, you went to about 57 countries.
67.
67 countries, sorry. So in those visits, what are the key points you would like to share which people should keep in mind when they visit these countries as a traveler, or when they want to take up a job in a foreign country? Because nowadays culture is a very important thing which one should understand. So what are those key points that you feel one should be aware of?
Visiting a country which we are not belong to, we are subject to so many ethical points, which I would like to emphasize on. When you visit to a country, first of all, in cruise ships, we've been told that we are approaching so-and-so country, and a day before we've been told that this country has got so many different languages, and the habits which they follow, and the things they which appreciate and which they don't appreciate. Because we inside our cruise ship also we have different nationalities, many nationalities. So all the nationalities not alike. The language, the body posture, the habits, so many things. Plus wearing the clothes. Especially when we visit to Middle East countries. So those countries, what they appreciate, what they don't appreciate. So all these things, they guide us. But we have to adhere to all those things when we are visiting to a country which we are not belong to.
Yes.
Like for example, when we go to US, they don't appreciate calling your last name. They always appreciate calling the first
name.
As they say, hey, how are you, Mr. Pai? No, that is the British system. In US, they appreciate, hi, how are you, Sudheer? They are happy about it.
Correct.
So those things, small points though, they have to be
mindful.
Mindful, and has to be followed. Yes. Like those stuff. Following in the cruise ship, again, we are going ashore. Like some countries, you cannot wear shorts.
Yes.
You will have to wear full pants, full sleeve shirts. And especially girls, you don't have to show your body part. Especially in Egypt, when we've been to there. It's a great country, but to go and see the pyramids, or you want to cruise in Nile
River.
So those places, all these Western people, they have to wear full sleeved
garment,
casual wear, and you cannot wear formal wear. So many things comes into consideration.
Okay.
So that's how it works. And from India, those who are on the cruise ship, they almost like a Indian culture, especially comes inside the ship. Indian culture is greatly appreciated. But when we go to Asian countries other than India, like in China, we go in Korea, we go in Japan, we don't shake hands there. We only bow. So those kinds of things we have to keep it in mind.
Yes. Why I specifically asked this question is, in today's world there's a lot of backlash on Indians, how they are sort of behaving in other countries on social media. You would have seen it. So that's the reason I brought up that question. So people, when they are going or transitioning from India to a work related or going as a tourist, so they should be a bit mindful of these things. So speaking about transition, what are those points you want to share with a person who's transitioning from the forces to the civil life? What are some bits that you would want to share?
Okay. Well, in defense, we are into a small place. We are contented into a small place. But when we go on a cruise ship, there is a lot of transition needs to be taken place. First of all, we need to change. We need to change about our thinking, about the culture especially. Because in defense, we are like more disciplined.
Yes.
And when you go to cruise ship, discipline is the last thing which we follow. Because it's a 7-star ship, and different nationalities, they have a different way of living, and different way of culture, food habits, then clothes wearing habits. So when we go there, we need to see how we can adjust to that atmosphere, because we have to go as per the ambience we have. Not that we content to ourselves saying that I will only wear kurta and pajama, and it looks different there. Okay, working on the cruise ship, we have to adopt so many things. So wearing the clothes, eating habits, then living conditions improves from the force to there, because we used to live in dormitories like stuff. There we have a simple cabin, attached bathroom and stuff like that. So those things,
luxuries of life.
Luxury comes. Then when the luxury comes, the responsibility comes together with it.
Yes.
So we have to improve. Then for the civilians who comes from like housekeeping, chefs, then we have waiters, dining room waiters, then we have bartenders, bar servers, then we have sports in cruise line as well. Yes, sports staff. Then we have gym trainers. Then we have a yoga teacher. We have acupuncturist. We have doctors. We have a dentist. So all vacancies there in the cruise ship. Again, all those who are qualified from the force and outside the force, they can apply in the cruise ship, and they can have a good vitamin M, because it matters. Here you take a monthly salary of say around 50,000. There your salary will start around 2 to 3 lakhs, depending on your position and the overtime you earned. Again, we have overtime there.
And that salary will be in dollars.
Yeah, and in hotel industry, you have tips. So apart from salary, you have tips. So as many as tips you get, and it's like in US, tipping is an habit of cruise guests. So you get good salary, maybe 5-fold, maybe 10-fold sometime. So it's a good opportunity to join cruise ships and make a career, and have a good amount of wealth you can generate in a shorter period of time. And that's how it works on cruise.
Yes. So what we are trying to say over here is, a veteran need not be just go as a security in a security role, but there are other avenues in the cruise ship as well.
Yes.
As you mentioned, there are barmen, there are cooks, there are chefs, and there are security, there are trainers, gym instructors. these roles can be taken up by a Fauji,
Probably as well, yes.
and he should look at that as an avenue.
Yes, yes.
So speaking of that, sir, say in the near future, based on our this podcast that we are having, and based on the response, if we want to have a webinar where interested people can apply for that webinar, and you can it can be a Q&A session where you can guide them in a better manner. Would that be possible? Would you be interested to?
Yes,
come on?
I will be open for that. We can have a webinar, and as well as we can have one-on-one talk,
Talk
so
also.
that I can guide them.
That is great.
A smooth transition from here to the cruise line.
Yes.
Because so many other things are attached to it which cannot
Be
be
explained
talked
in-
about
correct.
in a short span of time.
Correct.
So I can guide them, and we can arrange for that. if
That
they
will be
want.
wonderful, sir.
Yes.
I will request members of Sainik Setu to reach out to us and give us a feedback that you would want a webinar or a one-on-one talk with Mr. Sudheer Pai, and we will arrange for that for you. And this is part of the career guidance
Yes.
branch that we have from Sainik Setu, and we will be glad to do that. Pai sir, thanks a lot for being here on the show and sharing your experience. It was truly enriching to hear from you, and I'm sure this is going to be the same for our audience as well. Thank you for being here, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very
you.
much.